Hello everyone. I'm Claire from Susan's family. Today, I'm bringing you the Chinese Aesthetics Series, Seasons Window Dreamcatcher the Peach Blossom Style. This tutorial's pattern is available on en.susuddiy.com. Please feel free to view on it. It consists of the Dreamcatcher, peach blossom branches and accessories. First, make the larger and smaller dream catchers. After completing them, make the branches. Then proceed with assembly. Finally, make and attach the accessories. We have the separate video for making the dream catcher. Below, I will explain and demonstrate the branches. Let's start by making the peach blossom branches. They consist of flowers, buds, calyxes, and leaves. First, crochet the corresponding pieces. Then, assemble them. There are many stitches used, and all marked on the pattern. I won't introduce them one by one then. Next, please watch my demonstration of the specific crocheting method. Let's start by crocheting the large flower. To make it clearer for you to see, I will demonstrate using cotton yarn. For specific yarn, color scheme, and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product and the printed pattern instructions. Before we start, you need to cut a piece of thin wire about 40 centimeters long and set it aside. Next, begin with a magic ring. Wrap the yarn tail once around your left little finger. Then pass it through the middle finger and index finger. And pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. Hold the crochet hook in your right hand and place it below the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise, forming a loop on the hook. Use your left thumb and middle finger to pinch the crossing point of the loops. The loop should be large. Place the hook to the left of the yarn. Yarn over, and pull the yarn through. Continue to pinch the loop, keeping its size consistent. The magic ring is completed. Now move on to the first round. Make one beginning chain. Yarn over, and pull the yarn through. One chain is completed. This chain does not count as a stitch. Then work single crochets into the magic ring. Insert into the magic ring. And take out the pre-prepared thin wire. Place it above the hook. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, and draw through the loops on the hook. One single crochet is completed, and the thin wire is wrapped. There are 2 strands of yarn that make up the V shape at the top right of the single crochet. This is the stitch of the single crochet. Continue working. Insert into the magic loop. Continue crocheting while wrapping the thin wire. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over. Draw through the 2 loops on the hook. The second single crochet is completed. You need to crochet 10 single crochets in the first round. Continue to complete the remaining single crochets. After that, close the magic ring. Pull the yarn tail. Tighten the center of the piece. And tighten the wire at the same time. Then join with a slip stitch in the first single crochet. Insert the hook into the next stitch. Pull the yarn through. Draw through all loops on the hook. Slip stitch is completed. Slip stitch does not count as a stitch. Make sure to tighten to avoid making extra stitches later. The first round is now complete. Next, we'll crochet the petals in rows back and forth. Each petal consists of 3 rows. Let's start with the first petal. Chain 1 as the beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet into the first stitch, which is the insertion point of the slip stitch. When crocheting, place the starting tail above the hook. Weave in the ends as you go. Continue in the same stitch. Work 1/2 double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, and draw through all the loops on the hook. 1/2 double crochet is now complete. Continue working 1/2 double crochet in the next stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. Yarn over again, and draw the yarn through all 3 loops. Another half double crochet is complete. Work 1 single crochet in the same stitch. The first row is now complete. Move on to the second row. Chain 1 as the beginning chain. Turn the work counterclockwise. Work 1/2 double crochet into the stitch below the beginning chain. Pick up the adjacent stitch on the left. Work 1 double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, draw the yarn through. There are now 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. There are now 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, pull through these 2 loops. 1 double crochet is now completed. Continue working 1 double crochet into next stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook. Yarn over, draw the yarn through. There are now 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Repeat twice. Another double crochet is completed. Pick up the next stitch. Work 1/2 double crochet. The second row is completed. Continue with the third row. Make 1 chain as the beginning chain. Turn the work. Pick up the stitch below the beginning chain. Work 1/2 double crochet. And 1 double crochet. Then in the next stitch, work 1 treble crochet, yarn over twice with the hook. Then insert the hook. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over in sequence. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. One treble crochet is completed. Move on to 1 DT or 2 tog. Wrap the yarn 3 times. Then insert the hook into the same stitch below. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. There are now 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. There are 2 loops left on the hook. This is an incomplete double treble crochet. Continue with the next stitch. Work 1 incomplete double treble crochet. Wrap the yarn 3 times. Insert into the stitch. Yarn over, pull the yarn through. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. There are now 3 loops on the hook. This is 2 incomplete double treble crochets. Yarn over, pull through all the loops in once. This completes 1 DT or 2 tog. Next, work a CH1 picket. We will refer to this as a picket from now on. Chain 1 first. Then pick up the front loop of the stitch. and one strand below, work a slip stitch. Insert the hook. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. Pull through all the loops on the hook. Slip stitch finished. The picket is complete. Continue with 1 treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Then insert into the same stitch below. Yarn over, draw the yarn through. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over in sequence. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. Another treble crochet is completed. Pick up the next stitch. Work 1 double crochet and 1/2 double crochet. The third row is complete. Pick up the 2 strands on the left edge. Work 1 slip stitch per row correspondingly. Transition the yarn tail to the base of this petal. This petal is completed. I'll demonstrate another petal. Pick up the adjacent stitch on the left from the first round. Work 1 slip stitch. Transition the yarn tail to this position. Move on to crochet the first row. Make 1 beginning chain. Work into the stitch below and make 1 single crochet. And 1/2 double crochet. Move on working 1/2 double crochet into next stitch. And 1 single crochet. The first row is completed. Continue with the second row. Make 1 beginning chain. Turn the work. Pick up the stitch below. Work 1/2 double crochet. 2 double crochets. And 1/2 double crochet in correspondingly. The second row is completed. Continue with the third row. Make 1 beginning chain. Turn the work. Pick up the stitch below. Work 1/2 double crochet. And 1 double crochet. Pick up the next stitch and work 1 treble crochet. Then work a DTR2 tog. First, pick up this stitch and work an incomplete treble crochet. Yarn over, and draw through all 3 loops at once. This DTR2 tog is completed. Next, work a picket. First, work 1 chain. Then, pick up the 2 strands here. Work 1 slip stitch. This picket is completed. Continue by working 1 treble crochet in this stitch. Then, in the last stitch, work 1 double crochet and 1/2 double crochet. The third row is completed. Next, pick up along the edge of the work. Make 1 slip stitch per row correspondingly. Transition the yarn tail down. The second petal is completed. For this round, you need to crochet 5 petals in total. Continue following this method. Complete the remaining petals. Secure with one chain. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail before cutting. Weave in the ends to the wrong side. You can weave in a few more stitches. Then trim off the excess yarn tail. The starting yarn tail has already been hidden well, and can be cut off directly. This large flower is completed. Continue following this method. Crochet the corresponding number of large flowers. Refer to the pattern for the specific quantity. Next, make the medium flowers. The method for making magic ring and the first round are crocheted in the same way as the large flower. Don't forget to wrap in thin wire as you go. My sample is already crocheted. Let's move on to the second round. Make 3 beginning chains. Insert the hook into the first stitch and make 1 treble crochet. Then make 1 DTR2 tog. Following with a picket. Continue by working 1 treble crochet into the same stitch. Chain 3 as a transition. Join with a slip stitch in the same stitch. One petal is now finished. Let me demonstrate another petal. Insert the hook into the next stitch and make 1 slip stitch. Chain 3. Work into this stitch and crochet 1 treble crochet and 1 DTR2 tog. Following with a picket. Continue by crocheting 1 treble crochet into the same stitch. Chain 3 as a transition. Join with a slip stitch in the same stitch. Another petal is completed. For this round, you need to crochet 5 petals in total. Continue all the way down using this method. Complete the remaining 3 petals. When finished, crochet 1 chain to secure. Leave about 5 centimeters yarn tail and fasten off. Pull tight. Weave in the ends on the wrong side. The starting tail has been hidden 1 round. If there is any left, you can cut it directly. The second round is complete. This medium flower is completed. Continue crocheting the corresponding number of medium flowers, using this method and set them aside. The flower buds need to be crocheted directly into the magic ring as petals. Let me demonstrate. First, cut a piece of thin wire, about 40 centimeters long, and set it aside. Next, begin with the magic ring. Then crochet the first round. Chain 2 to start. Pick up and work 1 double crochet in the magic ring, wrapping the thin wire as you go. Continue with 1 treble crochet. One picot. And 1 double crochet. Chain 2 for the transition. Pick up and work 1 slip stitch in the magic ring. 1 petal is completed. Continue with the second petal. Chain 2 to start. Pick up and work 1 double crochet in the magic ring. 1 treble crochet. One picot. And 1 double crochet. Chain 2 for the transition. Work 1 slip stitch in the magic ring. Another petal is completed. Continue following this method. Work another petal. Weave in the tails when finished. Tighten the wire at the same time. Chain 1 to secure. Leave about 15 centimeters tail and cut the yarn. Pull tight. The flower bud is now complete. Continue following this method. Crochet the corresponding number of flow buds and set aside. Next, crochet the calyx. We will start with the large calyx. Take the corresponding color yarn. Begin with the magic ring. Chain 4. Start from the second chain from the hook. Pick up the half loop of the chain. Make a slip stitch. 1 single crochet and 1 half double crochet. Then pick up the magic ring and make a slip stitch. Treat these few stitches as a single supples. I'll demonstrate another one. Chain 4. Start from the second chain from the hook. Pick up the half loop of the chain. Work 1 slip stitch. 1 single crochet. And 1 half double crochet. Then pick up the magic ring and make a slip stitch. Another supples is completed. This round requires 5 of them. Continue following this method. Complete the remaining 3. After completing, close the magic ring. Chain 1 to secure. Leave about 5 cm tail and cut. This large calyx is now completed. Continue following this method. Crochet the corresponding number of large calyxes and set them aside. The crocheting method for medium calyxes is similar to that of the large calyxes, but with fewer stitches per supples. Refer to the previous demonstration. Follow the pattern to finish. The crocheting method for small calyxes is slightly different. Start with a magic ring. Move on to the first round. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Work into the magic ring and crochet 1 single crochet. Then make 1 picot. Continue work into the magic ring. Crochet 1 single crochet. And 1 picot. For this round, you need to make 5 single crochets. Make 1 picot above each single crochet. Continue following this method. Complete this round. Close up the magic ring when finished. Then join with a slip stitch in the first single crochet. Pull tight. Chain 1 to secure. Leave about 5 cm tail and cut. The calyx is now completed. Follow these steps. Crochet the corresponding number of small calyxes. Next, move on to the leaves. We will start with the large leaves. Before crocheting, cut about 40 cm of thin wire and set it aside. Take the corresponding color yarn. Hold the yarn with your left hand. Hold the hook with your right hand, and place it below the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Use your left thumb and middle finger to pinch the crossing point of the loops. Place the hook to the left of the yarn. Yarn over, draw the yarn through. This slip knot does not count as a stitch. Slightly tighten. Note: the loop on the hook should not be too tight. Otherwise, it will be difficult to crochet. Now start crocheting chains. Yarn over and draw through. 1 chain is completed. This V-shaped loop represents 1 stitch. Continue crocheting chains. Yarn over and draw through. This is the second chain. Repeat this process. Crochet 5 more chains. The foundation chain is now complete. Next, crochet the first round. Make 1 chain as beginning chain. Pick the half loop above the second chain from the hook. Which is this strand? Work 1 single crochet, place the wire above the hook and weave it in. Move down. And pick up the front half loop of the following chains. Work 1 half double crochet, 3 double crochets, and 1 half double crochet. Then work 1 single crochet in the last chain. Chain 1 as a transition. Pick the same chain. Work 1 double crochet, then make 1 picot. Chain 1 as a transition. Continue by picking the same chain and work 1 single crochet. Rotate the work. Pick the remaining 2 strands of the chains on the other side. Correspond 1 stitch to 1 stitch. Work 1 half double crochet. Weave in the starting yarn tail and thin wire as you go. 3 double crochets. And 1 half double crochet. Pick the last chain. Work 1 single crochet. Then pick the first stitch and work 1 slip stitch. Pull tight. Chain 1 to secure. Leave about 5 cm tail and cut. If there is any starting yarn tail remaining, you can cut it directly. The first round is completed. Next, wrap the yarn tail a few rounds at bottom of the leaf. Secure it between the wires. This large leaf is finished. Continue following this method. Crochet the corresponding number of large leaves and set them aside. Next, make the medium leaves. First, cut about 40 centimeters of thin wire and set it aside. Then, begin with the magic ring. Chain 5. Note when making the first chain. Place the thin wire above the yarn and weave it in. Then pick the half loop above the second chain from the hook. Work 1 slip stitch. Continue picking the half loops of the following chains. Correspond 1 stitch to 1 stitch. Work 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet and 1 slip stitch. When completed, pick up both the magic ring and the thin wire. Work 1 slip stitch. Treat these stitches as one leaf. I'll demonstrate another leaf. Chain 5. Note when making the first chain. Weave the thin wire in. Then start from the second chain from the hook. Work correspondingly 1 slip stitch, 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 1 slip stitch. After completing, pick up both the magic ring and the thin wire. Work 1 slip stitch. Another leaf is completed. This round requires 4 leaves. Follow this method. Complete the remaining 2 leaves. When all are completed, work 1 slip stitch to secure, wrapping the wire at the same time. Leave about 10 centimeters tail and cut. Close the magic ring. Tighten the wire at the same time. This medium leaf is completed. Continue following this method. Crochet the corresponding number of medium leaves as needed. The crocheting method for small leaves is similar to the medium leaves, only the stitch pattern for each leaf is slightly different. Pay attention to weaving in the wire as you go. Refer to the previous demonstration. Follow the pattern to crochet the corresponding number of small leaves. Up to this point, the crocheting method for the leaves has been explained. Next, let's assemble the branches. Let's look at the finished product. We divide the peach blossom branches into 4 sub-branches and 1 main stem. For convenience in explaining, we will sequentially number the sub-branches from bottom to top as branch 1, branch 2, branch 3 and branch 4. First make the sub-branches. Then make the main stem. Please watch my demonstration of the assembly method. First, let's assemble branch 1, which consists of 1 medium flower, 2 small leaves, and 1 medium leaf. Let's start with the medium flower. Take out 4 pistils. Align them and fold in half. Insert them into the center from the front side of the flower. You can use a crochet hook to help. Adjust the length of the pistils here. Leave a tail and cut it off. Glue and secure them on the backside of the flower. Next, take out a medium calyx. Bring the yarn tail from the center of the calyx to the front. Then insert the wire of the flower. From the center of the backside of the calyx. Pull tight. Apply glue and secure it. Adjust the shape of the pistils. The medium flower is now assembled. Next, let's deal with the leaves. Take out a small leaf. Wrap the reserved yarn tail down about 1 centimeter. Secure the yarn tail between the wires. Take out another small leaf. Apply a little glue underneath. Wrap with the corresponding color yarn for about 0.5 centimeters. Leave a 5 centimeter yarn tail and cut. This small leaf is now complete. Next, begin assembling. Apply a little glue underneath the settled flower. Take out the corresponding color yarn for the branch. Wrap it down for about 1 centimeter. Add this small green leaf branch. Continue wrapping down for 2 centimeters. Add another small leaf. Wrap down another 3 centimeters. Add a medium leaf. Continue wrapping for a few rounds. Secure the yarn tail between the wires. Leave a 5 centimeter yarn tail and cut. Trim the remaining yarn tails. This branch 1 is completed. Next, assemble branch 2. It consists of 3 flower buds. Let's start with the flower buds. Take out 2 pistils. Fold them in half. Insert them from the front side of the bud. Then, thread the reserved yarn tail into the sewing needle. Pick up the petal edges. Sew and connect with the adjacent petal. The sewing method is fixed. Just simply wrap the pistils inside roughly. Finish by tying a double knot. Bring the yarn tail out from the center of the bud. Adjust it. Then trim off the excess tail. Secure it by gluing on the backside of the bud. Next, take out a small calyx. Bring the yarn tail from the center to the front side. Then insert the wire from the backside of the bud. Slightly tighten it. Secure it with glue. The part of the pistil base that is exposed here can be trimmed with scissors. Next, apply glue underneath the calyx. Take the corresponding color yarn for the stem. Wrap it for about 0.5 centimeters. Secure the yarn tail. Leave a 5 centimeters tail and cut. Trim any excess yarn tails. This flower bud with pistils is completed. Follow these steps to make another flower bud with pistils and set it aside. Next, make a flower bud without pistils. Thread the reserved yarn tail into the sewing needle. Sew a few stitches along the edge of the petals. To make the petals warp around. Finish with a double knot. Bring the tail to the backside. Leave a little yarn tail and cut off. Next, take out a small calyx. Insert the wire from the backside of the flower bud. Apply glue and secure. Pull tight. Then apply glue underneath the calyx. Take out the corresponding color yarn for the stem. Wrap about 1 centimeter. Secure the yarn tail. Cut the yarn. This flower bud without pistils is completed. Next, start assembling. First, apply glue underneath this flower bud with pistils. Take out the corresponding color yarn for the stem. Wrap a short distance. Add in this flower bud without pistils. Continue wrapping for about 2 centimeters. Add the third flower bud. Continue wrapping for about 2 centimeters. Secure the yarn tail between the wires. Fasten off the yarn. This branch 2 is completed. Next, assemble branch 3. First, prepare a flower bud with pistils using the previous method. Next, cut about 50 centimeters of thin wire. Use the corresponding color yarn for the stem to wrap a few rounds in the middle to secure. Next, fold it in half. Hold it tightly. Wrap downwards about 3 centimeters. This stem is completed. Next, add a flower bud with pistils. Continue wrapping downwards about 2 centimeters. Add a large leaf. Note to keep the front side facing up. Wrap another 3 centimeters. Secure the yarn tail. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail and fasten off. This branch 3 is completed. The making method for branch 4 is similar to branch 3. Refer to the pattern and follow the previous demonstration. Assemble them together. After completing, assemble the main stem. First, according to the previous demonstration, refer to the pattern to prepare the corresponding flowers and leaves. Note that the number of pistils for the large flowers should be 5, each folded in half. Each flower below needs the stem wrapped. And when wrapping the stem below this large flower, at about 0.5 centimeters away from the flower, add a large leaf. I have all my samples ready. Next, begin assembling. Take out a medium leaf. Apply glue underneath. Use the corresponding color yarn. To wrap about 0.5 centimeters. Add a bud without pistils. Continue wrapping down for about 4 centimeters. Add this large flower with leaf. After wrapping 2 rounds, add a large leaf at this point. Continue wrapping a few rounds. Add another large leaf at the symmetrical position. Wrap down another 2 centimeters. Add a medium flower. After wrapping 2 more rounds, add a large leaf below the medium flower. Continue wrapping for another 2 centimeters. Add 2 large leaves on the other side of the branch. Wrap 2 more rounds. Add a large flower at the corresponding position of the leaf. Wrap downwards another 4 centimeters. If there are too many yarn tails here, you can trim them. When done, add branch 1. Follow this method and refer to the finished product. Wrap the remaining branches and add the rest of the branches and twigs. After assembling everything, wrap down another 1 centimeter. Leave about 2 centimeters of thin wires and cut them staggered. Leave about 15 centimeters of yarn before cutting. Wrap the end part around the starting point of the outer ring of the Dreamcatcher. Come out from this position. Combine the upper branches. And wrap a few rounds here to secure them. Trim any excess thin wire here. Wrap the thin wire inside. Then bring the yarn tail back. Apply glue at this position to secure. Thread the yarn tail into the sewing needle. Secure it on the outer ring of the Dreamcatcher. Tie a double knot. Hide the yarn tail. This peach blossom branch is now assembled to the Dreamcatcher. Next, refer to the pattern or the finished product image. Adjust the shape of the branch. Tidy up to achieve the gracefully curved posture of the peach blossom branch. This peach blossom branch is now completed. Next, assemble the accessories, including the tassels and hanging rope. To facilitate the explanation, the tassels are numbered from left to right. Tassel number 1, 2, and 3 are installed at the corresponding positions on the peach blossom branch. Tassels number 4 and 5 are installed at the corresponding positions on the outer ring of the Dreamcatcher. Please watch my demonstration of the installation method. First, let's install tassel number 1. Cut a piece of sewing thread. Thread it through a sewing needle of the appropriate size. Take out the small Dreamcatcher. Avoid the connection point. Insert from any position on the outer edge. Tie a knot. Then insert a large pearl. And the corresponding number of small pearls. The number here in my sample is random. Next, take out the large Dreamcatcher. At the peach blossom branch. Stitch twice at the junction of branch number 2 and the main stem to secure it. Tie a double knot. Hide the thread end into the small pearl. Trim the excess thread. After completing, on the symmetrical opposite end of the small Dreamcatcher, secure the sewing thread using the same method. Insert the corresponding number of small pearls. One large pearl. The corresponding number of small pearls. And one water drop bead. Once completed, weave the thread back through the beads above one by one. Adjust the thread ends. Don't make it too loose or too tight. Tie a double knot. Hide the thread end at this position. The tassel number 1 is completed. Next, make tassel number 2. First, install 4 pistils in the flower bud. Sew the petals and apply glue to secure. My sample is already done. Next, take out the small calyx. Hide the tails on the wrong side. Trim off the excess. Insert the thin wire from the back of the calyx. Apply glue to secure it. Next, leave about 2 centimeters of wire. Trim off the excess. Next, cut a piece of sewing thread and thread it through a sewing needle of the right size. Sew twice in the center of the calyx to secure. Next, insert a large pearl. 1 green glass bead. And a few small pearls. Hide the thin wire of the flower bud into the beads above. Next, continue inserting the remaining small pearls. Then sew the tassel below the large peach flower at the corresponding branch position. Note to adjust the position of the thread. Make sure the tassel is not too tight or too loose. Tie a double knot to secure. Weave in the ends. This tassel number 2 is completed. Moving on, the making method for tassels number 3 to 5 is very simple. A medium-sized flower needs to be installed below the tassel number 3. The installation method is similar to the flower bud below tassel number 2. The only difference is the number of pistils. The making method for tassel number 4 is the same as tassel number 2. After completing it, it needs to be sewn on the right side of the outer ring of the large Dreamcatcher at the corresponding position. Tassel number 5 is made up of small pearls and water drop beads. Refer to the previous demonstration. Follow the pattern to complete them. Up to this point, the methods for making the tassels are now covered. Next, we will make the hanging rope. Fold the wax rope in half. Through it into the remaining golden ring. Pull through and secure. Then, consider the side with the horizontal line as the front side. Align it with the front of the Dreamcatcher. Thread the ends from top to bottom through both sides of the plum blossom branch installation position. Turn the Dreamcatcher over. Adjust the length of the rope here. The ring should be about 12 centimeters away from the Dreamcatcher. Next, weave flat knots. First, bend the left end and place it above the middle rope. Then, take the right end and place it above this bent end. Bring it from behind and thread it through the loop on the left side. Adjust it and gently tighten. Next, bend the right end and place it above. Then, take the left end, place it above the bent end, and bring it from behind through the loop on the right side. Adjust it and gently tighten. One flat knot is completed. Next, I will demonstrate it again. The second flat knot is completed. Gently tighten it. Use the crochet hook to hide the remaining part inside the knot. Then trim off the excess. The hanging rope is now assembled. Up to this point, the making method for this Dreamcatcher is now fully covered. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website. Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next episode.